Here's the deal. I actually had somebody with a box truck that came and ran into the weather head, or that pole sticking out of your house. It's right here in this house. He basically got the cables, and my Airbnb was supposed to be rented out the day after that day. Here's the scoop, guys. It is not as easy to sue somebody in America or to take money from somebody or from insurance companies. So make sure you avoid that at all costs, because yes, even if you win, you lose. Because even if you do win the case, it's just tough. So basically what happened was, we called an electrician. He hooked it up the same day. Next day, JEA, or the local electrical company, came by to inspect and approve. But that got my booking for $400 out of the question, right? So I emailed that douchebag guy, who's the owner of the company, and I tell him, hey, you know, this is how it's gonna cost, and let's settle this $1,500 bill from the electrician, and then talk about the missed cost, because this is an Airbnb. He comes back with, we're not paying for anything else, which pisses me off a little bit. But unfortunately, if you don't have enough money and time equals money at the end of the day, because if you have enough money, which means you have enough time to be petty and do whatever you want to do and sue whoever you want to sue. Right now I can't do that, which in another video I'm going to mention my tenant that I really want to evict and put eviction on her record and really F her up, but I can't because I'm not there yet. But yeah, people they're just gonna do what they do, and there's not much repercussion unless you are in this position that you have enough money and time to actually go to attorneys, go to downtown, to the courthouse, file those claims, wait for those claims to be called in court, go to court, and so on and so forth. For the most part, it's not worth it. The only thing that is worth it is your inner satisfaction. If you're a petty person like me, if somebody does you wrong, I want to fuck them up. But again, a lot of the time you got to be more rational and just not go what emotion dictates, but what rational dictates. So anyways, long story short, a month later, this guy finally sends me the check after a few emails back and forth. They even say they're going to inspect it, and I'm just trying to be helpful. I do not like the attitude, of course, but I'm like, hey, you know, here's the report, here's the building inspection report, here is the actual permit that we pulled, so anything else I can do for you guys to inspect that. And everybody and their cousin advised me to not pursue any legal action for those $400. I can, because there's actual booking that I can prove that there was a booking, but it's just cost of doing business. So what I want you to get from this video is, even if you, let's say you drive a car, like my car is fully insured and I can ram into anybody I want who's breaking the law. I have them on camera. They cannot pay because they usually drive a Civic or some Beat Corolla. They cannot pay for my car, right? Even if they make a mistake. I had a mishap where a lady bumped into me because I didn't let her in. 8-year-old lady that she's just stupid. She just wanted to cut the whole line. There was like a mile line that I waited patiently for an hour and a half. She tried to cut right before I entered, and she bumped my Tesla. And I could have filed a whole claim for this, but I did file a smaller claim just for the PPF, for the paint protection film. Why? Now here's the thing. I can replace the whole front bumper, which there's nothing wrong with it, but I can. We're gonna go to a store. We're gonna go to a mechanic shop. They're gonna say the damage is paint, right? Now that goes to a record that is a fender bender. Now when I want to sell the car, I have the fender bender. Now have fun explaining that this was not actually a very big issue. It's not a big, you know, fender bender. Only the PPF, the paint protection film, got scuffed, which was, you know, that's what I'm going to replace. I took $800 from her insurance company, but again, that took a month and a half for $800. So all I'm saying is, even if you can sue somebody, I avoid it, because at the end of the day, you're just not winning. Unless you have a piece of shit car that you don't care about, you have another vehicle, you ram into someone who's making a mistake on the road for insurance money, maybe then. But I'm not advising that, right? I mean, all I'm saying is, if somebody makes a mistake, you gotta let it go. I'm working with that because I'm very strict rule follower, and I'm working on when people make mistake on the road or in something else, just like take it as cost of doing business. Same as this lady that I'm going to talk to in other video, that she doesn't want to pay the rent for last month because she feels entitled that she doesn't have to, because I don't want her to live there anymore. But anyways, all in all, this is the video for today. Everything is fixed. Airbnb is up and running. Actually, I am booked fully for the month of May, which is great. The other 3 Airbnbs are coming along. One is already rented with a month-to-month tenant. The other 2 coming along. The 4th one for the duplexes is this lady that is giving me a hard time that I'm really trying to let go and not evict her, because once you get eviction on your record, have fun renting anything ever. All right, guys. Hope that video was helpful and give you some ideas of how not to be more emotional but be more logical. It's just business as usual. That's how you gotta take it, and I need to work on this because I am more petty and more emotional, and I'm like, oh, you will see, I'll punish you. But it's just not the winning strategy right now, because I don't have the money or the time to do so. All right, keep hustling, and don't forget, the goal is not to look rich but to be rich. Peace.